Welcome to another video. It's freezing cold here in the shop today. I think it was like 3 degrees, I think, as I walked in this morning. Anyway, today we're just going to continue on with the Capri door skin. We're not quite ready yet to do the recess for the handle. That's coming up soon, so keep watching. So today all I'm going to be doing is just some tidy up work along the top here. I'll move the camera and show you more detail in a second, but yeah, we're getting close to doing the recess. I know a lot of people have been asking about that, but we'll get there. Just bear with. So I'll move the door skin down onto the floor so I can work on it, and I'll show you what we're going to do. All right, so what I'm hoping to do today is just to basically tidy up this profile. This top edge is a little bit rounded over. This distance here needs slightly correcting. It's a little bit too short. So what I've got a set. It's just a wide set, flat one, and this just happens to be the right width for what we want. So I'm just going to go up underneath and just work my way along with the hammer. And you probably can't see on the camera, but there's a scribe line here. So I'm just going to be working this edge and basically moving the metal over a little bit. And we'll start one end and just work our way through, and then we'll tidy up and maybe run the file over it and just see how it's starting to look. So just pop that over there to stop some of the vibration, or noise, should I say. There we go. Looking better. What I might do is we'll get a body file and just run over that and just see if we can tidy it up a little bit. So what I was going to do is it's also going to highlight the highs and lows. So I'll just run through with the dolly and just tap the highs down a little bit maybe. All right, so that's not perfect, that top surface, and we could keep on working that and getting it a lot better, but at the end of the day, it's going to be sat underneath this piece of trim, so it's not overly important. I don't think that it's not 100%, so I think that's pretty good. It's nice and tidy up, the edges are nice and sharp. I've got to tweak the angle here a little bit, it's still a little bit out. But, I think overall, I think that's looking promising. Okay, so the next thing I'll probably want to address here is, hopefully you can pick it up on the camera, where this panel was previously welded somewhere there. It's got about 5 welds along the length. At each position where it is welded, there's a bit of a recess there. So I need to address that on the new panel. So off camera, I've made up a bit of a jig, just a piece of plate. I've cut a recess out and welded on another piece. So we've got a 2mm recess in there, so that would kind of fit in there. Each of these positions. So my plan is clamp that, mark out these positions on the new panel, and we'll put up this up behind it, and we'll hammer form that in. Now the issue we have with doing that is obviously we've got a strong folded corner here, and we're trying to virtually disappear some of the metal. We're asking it to be smaller than it is. So what we might do is use a little bit of oxy on that. A little bit of heat might try and help it to move. Anyway, I've got a piece of tape and I've already marked out the positions of these on the new panel. So I'll just move the camera and show you where we're at. So this is obviously the new panel here. This piece of blue tape I've put across the top. It's just got our marks for each of these weld positions along it. So I've scribed that down onto the new panel, just so we can know where we're going to fit our little jig. So let me just get it set up. So I don't need to start particularly anywhere. I'm just going to have to get on with it, aren't we? Is that going to reach? Certainly is. That's right on the top of the panel, and drop that down a bit. Well, it's not the prettiest thing in the world, but I think that's kind of what we're looking for, isn't it? It's not perfect. I think we're going to have to do a little bit of further work chasing that up, just to tidy that up a little bit more, but we've focus your damn thing. You can see what we're trying to replicate off the original panel. So we've got that recess in there, that thickness comes down straight. So a piece of trim, if I get it around the right way. So the piece of trim just sits there. There's a sticky out bit of the trim sticks out further on the bottom there, so that just sits on top. So I don't think it's going to be overcritical. from this side. That's where it needs to sit, so I think I'm okay with that for the moment. So that's most of these recesses done. There is one more to do at the end, but from the end it goes in and it continues on towards the end of that panel. All right, so I've just laid the paper pattern back out over the door skin, repositioned it pretty much as well as I can, and that is in the right spot. So I'm going to use this pattern because we've got the end of the marks really lined out on here, so I'm just going to scribe through onto the steel, and that will give us a guide to where the ends of these profiles need to be. Alright, we're getting there. It's done something. Must be So the other thing I need to do is this actually does get thinned out, so I don't know where it is. I'll mark it out in a sec, but it's, all that metal there has to disappear as well, so we might do that at the same time. That might help pull this metal over. Alright, so you can see that this is a touch in here, touching down here. But we've got a little bit of a gap here, so this does need stretching a little bit, which I'm pretty happy with because, like I said before, we get a dolly in behind here and we'll tap this up and we'll start cleaning up the surface. That will do exactly the two jobs at once. So I might try and do that during the week. I'm not going to do that now. I'm probably going to call that a day. That's the top profile kind of roughed in. Just went to check before with the sweep. When you put it across the entire length, there's a little bit of a gap here, but that's because this is locked in on this point here. When this edge goes over, I could even put a shrink on that now. That will puff all that out. So if you go before there, hold the damn thing. You see, it's not really done too much damage. The door looks pretty good. I was worried that the heat from the oxy may have gone a little bit further into the panel than we thought, but it looks good. So, all right, I think that's about as far as we're going to go today. During the week, I might give it a little bit of a tidy up when I get a chance. I don't think I need to film that. It's just tidy up work. So I guess next time we'll probably start looking at doing the hole for the door handle and starting to block that out. So that'll be interesting for people who've not done that kind of thing before. So again, thanks for watching, and one last thing before we go. So about a week or two ago, number 21 right-hand drive fixed head coupe E-Type came back to the workshop. Got some more work that the owner would like us to attend to on the car, and one of the jobs, which you can see by this gap with the boot lid, needs addressing. So the problem we do have is on the bottom of the door. If I get the camera to focus, there's a little bit of corrosion. It's not bad, but it's, you know, the car's in bare metal. There we go. So there's no way to address that rust, because it's going to be obviously down inside the turn here on the edge. Now we did consider taking the skin off, but I think this metal being 60 years old already, or even more than that, it's probably going to be beyond what we would like. And this sharp turned edge along the edge here, you know, to move that into the rusted area of the lip, it's probably not going to be, it's not going to do the car justice. So what we're probably going to do is we are going to make a whole new outer skin for this E-Type door. If anybody wants to see the process of that, obviously I can't film it step by step, but we can perhaps do a bit of a time lapse and a weekly update sort of video on it. If anybody's interested, let us know in the comments. Other than that, thanks for watching, and we shall see you next time.